Hello everybody and welcome to this video. I'm Inxlora123 and in this video I'm going to be talking about my former addiction to porn. Yes, you did hear me correctly. I did say porn, pornography, porn. So can I just add, I'm not addicted to it anymore. In actual fact, I don't even watch porn anymore, and that is the honest truth. Like, honestly, I've got nothing to hide, but I just don't watch it anymore. I think I'm all porned out by now. But yeah, it's all kind of come around because I was doing a live stream on Instagram. Someone come in the live chat room thing and tried to embarrass me, and they were like, "Oh, do you watch porn?" And instead of just ignoring them, I didn't. And I was like, "Well, actually, I don't anymore, but I used to, and I used to be obsessed with it." Then people start wanting to know more. Then I start telling them more, and then someone suggested that I should do a vlog about it, my porn problem, my former porn problem. I haven't got a problem anymore with it. But I was like, yeah, I'll do a vlog about it. But then every time I've gone to do a vlog about it, I just chicken out. I can't do it. Even now, I just want to press stop because I'm just like, oh God, I can't believe I'm talking about this. But anyway, I'm not going to press stop. Going to do this. So basically, my obsession was very, very bad. Like it was literally, a big problem for me. I had like, yeah, I would say an addiction. Definitely. I just I couldn't stop watching it like every day for hours on end sometimes. And kind of started about 17, 18. But really, the whole kind of porn thing started for me when I was very young, about 10 or 11. This is so embarrassing. I remember going into my mum and dad's bedroom looking for something, and gone in my dad's drawer next to the bed and found this magazine. I think it was like Razzle or Dazzle or something like that. Some old 80s porno mag. And because remember, I'm a child of the 80s. I'm 37. And I found this magazine and it was filled with pictures of like boobs and willies. And I was like, what the? So shocked but so intrigued at the same time and interested. And I remember like looking through it and like quickly putting it back in the drawer. And then like, another day doing the same thing, going back to the drawer, getting out the magazine. And sometimes there'd be new magazines and I'd be like, whoa, there's a new magazine. I'd look through it, see all these pictures, and yeah. Like, I was very young when I was doing that. And I think it was more a case of me being mischievous and a bit naughty. I mean, I was fascinated by the pictures, I'm not going to lie. But I didn't like think, oh, I must go and have sex. I wasn't interested in having sex or anything. Like, I really wasn't, not at that age. But I just was fascinated by the imagery, I suppose. So fast forward till, I was about 17, 18. I used to go to the market, which was a local market, and there was this stall there that used to sell magazines. And there was this big box at the back of the stall, and it was like kind of hidden away at the back, and it was filled with old porno magazines, and they were like £1 each, bargain. And I remember going with my friend, and we saw this box and she kind of dared me like, oh, you should get one, ha ha ha. And I was like, yeah, whatever, calling her bluff. And I got one because it was kind of like a naughty thing to do, isn't it, like getting something so like adult and sexual. But I'm a bit of a rebel. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I did, and I bought it. But then that night I kind of thought about this magazine and I got it out of my bag and I was just looking through it, and I don't know, like, obviously because I was older, my hormones were kicking in more, and yeah, I'm not going to go into like full detail, don't worry, but let's just say I was very aroused and turned on and excited and all that, and basically it took on a whole new whole new life for me seeing these pictures. And I loved reading the whole kind of readers' wives stories. I found it so interesting. Back in the day I did think they were real. I think I'm safe in saying that they're not real. I think people like in the magazine make them up, yeah. But back in the day, I thought like people were really writing in like stories of, oh, my husband went to work and the postman come round and he delivered more than the post. Ooh, and I was like, whoa, does that really happen? Anyway, so yeah, I was obsessed with not only the pictures but also the stories and stuff like that, the features. And I remember going back to the market and seeing this big box once again filled with magazines of the naughty kind. And this time though, there was a magazine that had a video attached to it. God, I'm blooming old, video. But anyway, so there was this video and I can't remember what it was called. I have no idea, like it was years and years ago. But I remember thinking, whoa, is this like a video of porn? Like, it must be. So it come with a magazine. I bought it, got it home, and I sneaked downstairs. This is so embarrassing. I sneaked downstairs, put this video on. Like, I remember like muting the sound, so no, like there was no sound. It was just like the visuals, and I saw things that I'd never seen before. Like, remember prior to that, I'd only ever seen pictures and read articles, in the magazine. I'd never seen like actual sexy time. Yeah, I mean, these days on TV, like, there's some proper full-on scenes in TV shows and films and stuff. But back in the day when I was younger, like, it just weren't like that. Seriously, I know I sound really old saying that, but it wasn't. Like, it was more of a kind of, after a certain time. But by then I was always in bed, so I'd never seen anything like it. I was like, huh? But yeah, it had an effect on me, and I thought, oh, this is really exciting. I felt excited by it. I felt turned on. I was just looking at everything, and the man, the woman, how it was happening, what they were doing, what they were like. Oh, this is so awkward. But anyway, I just loved watching it basically. And then I just used to go back to the market and keep getting these magazines, keep getting different videos, keep watching them, and just loved it. I can't even lie. Like, I just loved watching these dirty, sordid videos and seeing the magazines, seeing the pictures, reading the readers' wives and sex tips and all that. And at this point, I was not interested in having sex with anyone real. I just wanted to watch it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this sounds really odd, but I wasn't interested in actually doing it. Like, I didn't have a boyfriend, and I'm not going to go into personal details, but I didn't do anything like till quite later actually. But I wanted to watch it. I wanted to kind of feel something from the porn, but not actually do it myself. Does that make sense at all? I don't know. But then, yeah, as I got older and older, this obsession got more full on. And obviously, with the whole kind of the internet, you can go on the internet and watch porn whenever you want and stuff and look up different things. I was just like full on addict. Like, I used to come home from college. I remember going to college, coming home and just like sitting on the internet. I was alone in the house, and oh god, this sounds so bad. I was alone in the house, and I would just like literally watch it for hours on end, all these different things. And I think the thing with me, apart from the whole kind of it's sexy and it's turning me on, it was also making me get, I don't know, like, because I'm not a skinny girl, okay? I've got a bit of meat on the bone, and I used to like watching like bigger girls have sex, because it just kind of made me think, well, you can be a bit bigger, you can be curvy and chubby and still be looked at as sexy. And seeing all the different positions as well also used to make me think, oh, that'd be cool to do that. Oh, I wonder how they do it like this. And I don't know. I think so. All the stages in my life that I've watched porn, it was all kind of for different reasons, but the same reason always remained, that I was just completely fascinated by it. But then later on, of like my end of porn journey, my porn obsession journey, I started to see porn in a very degrading way. Like, it was not exactly romantic, was it really? There's two strangers or whatever, and they're just got loads of people watching them, filming them, directing them where to do this, how to do that. And it just wasn't very romantic. It was quite degrading and cold and just a bit ugh, kind of thing. So my whole kind of view of it changed. As I've got older, it's just changed, and I found myself not wanting to watch it, because every time I always felt a bit dirty afterwards. Like, whereas at the beginning I was like, oh, this is so cool, this is exciting, this is naughty, I was like, ugh, this is just, I don't like this. This is making me feel uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? And like, I know people are very kind of like, porn is porn, who cares, blah blah blah, it's not hurting anybody. But I think in a way it kind of does, because it kind of made me see sex as a very kind of dirty thing, a very unloving thing. And you know what, when you find the right person that you really love, or just, I've got very strong feelings about, sex is great, sex is amazing, sex is wonderful. And it is loving and it is affection and it is, that kind of connection with somebody. Porn doesn't show that. Porn's very like basic and dirty and cold and raw. And it's not what I wanted. I didn't want to see sex like that. I wanted sex to be nice and loving. And, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not some prude. Like, I do like naughty stuff and I've got underwear that I wear and stuff. Anyway, but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a prude or anything, but I just want sex to be, how can I word this? A bit rude and dirty, but mainly loving. Do you know what I mean? Am I making any sense? I don't know. But yeah, so over the years, my view on porn has really, really changed. And to a point now where I just hate it. I can't bear it. It makes me sick. It's horrible. Do I care if other people watch it? Not really. I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. If you want to watch porn, it's up to you. We all get something different from it. I do think, however, that porn has changed dramatically to what it used to be. I think it used to be a bit of like fun. And I know there was obviously darker stuff back then as well that I didn't see, luckily. But now it's like, very accessible and it's too dark. Like, there's some stuff on there that I've heard about that it's just like, what? Like, how is this even allowed to be, like, online? It's so disgusting and so horrible and dark. And, and it's also a worrying thing where younger people can get access to porn. And, and then I think, well, how can I moan about young people watching porn now? Because I kind of looked at it then. But then it was different back then. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't have access to the internet and things like that. Like, it's so readily available and it's scary, it really is. But I don't know. So yeah, that's my story. I don't know. I'm pleased that I'm over my problem. Like I always say to Nathan about it, I say, I used to have like this problem with porn, and like when I first got with him, I remember telling him, and he thought it was quite funny. But it's really, really weird. Like, the thought of Nathan watching porn makes me physically uncomfortable and sick and jealous, because I don't know, like I think he'd watch these women on the film and think, oh, I wish Laura looked like that, or I wish Laura could do this and this and this. And that makes me really jealous. Like, it just makes me really uncomfortable. So I don't know if that's me, if I'm weird. And then I know like of some people, like couples that watch porn together, and it's like a big thing in their relationship. And I'm like, how could you do that? Because I'd just be sitting there like completely jealous and uncomfortable, like the worst thing ever. Like, I can't even look at a kissing scene. Like in a film or on TV, if a couple kiss and I'm with Nathan, or like if my mum's in the room, I just go bright red and embarrassed. I can't even look at it. Yeah, I'm a bit of a weirdo, right? But I don't know, like, it's just, I don't know. So what is your opinion? What are your views on porn? Do you watch it? Have you ever watched it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's just disgusting, or do you think it's fun, or do you think, it should be an individual choice? And what do you think about like younger people getting access to it? There's so many different, subjects that get people talking, and I think porn is definitely one of those, because everyone's got an opinion on it, Would I have done anything differently? Yeah, I probably wouldn't have looked at my dad's magazine. I should have just picked it up, put it back in the drawer when I was younger. But it kind of opened a can of worms, as they say. That kind of interest in it. I found it fascinating. And I am sad that I spent so many hours and hours and hours and hours watching it, getting obsessed with it. It was ridiculous. Like, literally, I felt at one point, actually, that I couldn't go a day without watching it. I had to watch it. And sometimes it wasn't even for, like, getting off on it or getting aroused or anything like that. I just needed to watch it. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I suppose if you smoke or drink or whatever, and you want a drink or you want a cigarette, I wanted porn. I wanted to watch porn. I needed to watch it every day, or else I felt a kind of emptiness. Yeah, very strange. But as I say, I do not watch porn now. But I don't care if people watch porn, as long as it's not Nathan. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if Nathan ever said to me, yeah, I watch porn, I wouldn't be angry at him or anything. I know it's quite a normal thing to do. But it would make me feel a bit awkward and a bit like, oh, am I not good enough for you? You have to watch that. But then other people say it's completely different. You're not actually cheating on someone if you're watching something on TV, you know? Who knows? I'm a very jealous person, so I don't know. But yeah, what's your opinion on it? And tell me what you think. And have you ever had like an obsession with it like I did? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about porn now because if I talk about it anymore, I'm just going to just get even more embarrassed. But there we go. Oh, ugh. Sorry about that. That was embarrassing as well. Not only am I talking about porn, but I have a little burp. Okay, right, this is the end of the video now. So please click like, please comment, please subscribe, and stay away from market stalls that sell cheap porno magazines.